Simon Cook, 46.5 years old.
Quinn, 17.
Elliot, 15.
Brendan, 12.
Ruby, 15.
Louis, 12.
A vigil is when you go to a special place of importance to say a prayer to people or the spirits on a certain issue.
Okay, and also keeping the memory, isn't it?
Crossbones is on the east side of Union Street, founded by properties on Borough High Street. It was closed in 1853 because it was completely overcharged with debt, and further burials were deemed inconsistent with a due regard for the public health and public decency. Southwark poet and playwright John Constable writes, in 1883 the land was sold as a building site, prompting an objection from Lord Brabazon in a letter to the Times, asking that the land be saved from such desecration. Constable writes that the sale was declared null and void the following year, under the Disused Burial Grounds Act of 1884, and that subsequent attempts to develop the site were opposed by local people, as was its brief use as a fairground. However, after removal of remains to the parish facilities at Brookwood, the site was covered in warehouses and other commercial buildings. The Jubilee Line extension required this and other neighbouring sites to be used for construction purposes, and a new electricity substation. This required a formal archaeological dig as a requirement of the comprehensive redevelopment of the site. Excavation. Excavations were conducted on the land by the Museum of London Archaeology Service between 1991 and 1998 in connection with the construction of London Underground's Jubilee Line. Southwark Council reports that the archaeologists found a highly overcrowded graveyard, with bodies piled one on top of another. Tests showed those buried had suffered from smallpox, tuberculosis, Paget's disease, osteoarthritis, and vitamin D deficiency.
Well, we're here to in a way pay tribute to the people that lost their lives at a very young age and didn't have a privileged style of living, so they couldn't experience normal things.
It's
And
true, and they didn't even have a decent burial, did they?
Yeah.
And how many people, Brendan, are we talking about?
About 15,000.
15,000 people. That's like a mass grave. Yeah.
Yeah, they are sort of piled on top of each other, the bodies.
Yeah, so it's not like a regular pleasant burial in the church graveyard, is it? This is a mass burial pit. Yeah, okay, thank you. Elliot, what do you think the people buried here need from us today?
Closure, because I don't think they were properly looked after when they died. And they were thrown in a pit instead of properly said goodbye to, and allowed to pass into another world.
What do you think life was like for children who often didn't even have parents who could look after them? Imagine trying to survive in London as a child.
I think it was very bad because they must have been poor already, and without parents there was no one to look after them. So they probably turned to crime and then would be heavily punished for it.
Yeah, so it's a pretty grim cycle. So do you think, are there children in our world today living the way these children used to live, Elliot?
I think in many places like South America and in Asia there still are, and I think we need to do more about that to change it, because it's not right.
So what is happening in those places?
They don't have anything else to do, so they turn to crime and stuff, and sometimes even child prostitution and stuff.
That's right, yeah. Okay, so shall we weave those children in as well today?
Yes, I think we should.
I'm here to show acknowledgement for the people that died here, the 15,000 people that died and were buried in this area, because they had very unfortunate circumstances, and they have a very overdue acknowledgement for their existence.
We're going to offer the children buried in the cemetery sweets because they wouldn't have had privileges like that as we do today.
This area of London used to be a real sort of the paupers and a crime area. The big family of the area were called the hooligans, and from that word, that's where we get the word hooligan from.
why are you holding a red thread?
Because this is what binds us to the children of the past.
Oops. And what about the children of the future?
Yeah, them as well. It's like
Them as
they're
well.
on one end and the others are on another.
Alright, so we're all connected by a red thread. So what are you going to do with the thread, Ruby?
Place it over the fire. Orange 10. To the children of the who have died, tell them that even in death they are remembered throughout the world. To the refugees of the present, tell them not to worry. It seems they have nothing, but there is a hope. Sienna 5. For the children to be safe and loved.
Berthin, 15 years. Enjoy your childhood as life is more fun than becoming an adult. Amir, don't eat all the candies.
Kai, age 6. You mean my ancestors? Baby James died when I was born. We plant quite a lot of flowers. Soon we'll go to see him. I hope he'd come back to life. Grandma Connie died about 1,000 years ago. She was very old. Nana Alice is still alive. I hope they would come back to life, and I wish happiness and love for the children.